Children, we are studying very important natural resource, and that is land. Now we will study the process of soil formation. Children, it is not easy to form soil. Nature has to undergo so many processes, and after so many years there is formation of the layer of soil. That's why we should remember that we have to conserve soil. Say it is a natural as well as continuous process. It is natural and continuous process. It is very slow process. In this, abiotic components are supplied through the weathering of bedrock. Now you will think, what is abiotic? Abiotic means non-living. Biotic and abiotic components. So abiotic components are supplied through weathering of bedrocks. Which are these abiotic components then? Soil, stones, small stones, big stones, sand. All these are the abiotic components, these which are supplied through weathering of bedrock. Now what is weathering? Weathering of bedrock means the bedrocks, they are broken down into smaller pieces. That is called weathering of bedrock. Now we have to see, how does this occur? Weathering of bedrock occurs by heat of the sun. Because of continuous heat of the sun, those bedrocks, they are broken down into, there are cracks in the beginning. Then after some years, they get broken down into small pieces. And then again smaller pieces are done. Then naturally it happens due to the cold. If there is very low temperature, then also there may be weathering of bedrocks due to the continuous flow of water. Then rats and mice, all these things, they are responsible for weathering of bedrocks. Stones, sand and soil, these are formed from the pieces of bedrock that we have seen this. Roots of trees, they also help in weathering of bedrock, because roots of trees, big trees, they grow deep in the ground, and because of their growth, they require space for them, and because of that, they break down the big rocks into smaller ones. Then it takes about 1,000 years. Remember, 1,000 years. It takes about 1,000 years to form how much thickness of layer? 2.5 centimeter thick layer of soil to form. Remember again, it takes about 1,000 years to form 2.5 centimeter thick layer of the soil. Soil can get destroyed due to some natural as well as man-made activities. In nature, there is occurrence of floods many times, and because of flood, because of the forceful currents of water, what happens? The soil gets destroyed. The upper layer of soil, it goes with the water that flows continuously, and because of that, the layer of the soil gets destroyed and there is soil erosion. And because of flood, the upper layers, they are destroyed. Also because of storms. Whenever there are storms, they take the upper surface layer of the soil along with them, and because of that, the surface layer, it is destroyed. There is soil erosion. Also, we are responsible for soil erosion. Mining. Because of mining, what happens? We try to find the minerals from the mines, and this mining causes soil erosion. And if we if we cut down the trees and if we don't plant the trees again, what happens? There is soil erosion because there are no plants to hold that soil. If there are trees, if there are plants, they will hold the soil and there will be the speed breaker of that. If the soil is getting eroded at that time because of these plants, they will hold the soil and they will reduce soil erosion. What is our duty now? We should increase green cover of the land. How will you increase green cover? By planting trees. By plantation of trees, forestation. Instead of deforestation, we have to do forestation. We have to plant trees. Only planting trees, it is not our duty, but we have to grow them carefully. Conservation of trees, plantation as well as conservation is very important. We have to take care of the plants, trees like our children. In this way, this is the process of soil formation. And this soil formation, it is very slow process, natural and continuous. As we have seen 1000 years to form 2.5 centimeter layer. Children, in the forest, due to the upheavals, what happens? The big trees, the animals, the big trees, these are buried underground, and because of that, after so many years, thousands of years, they are turned. These remains of the plants and animals, they are turned into fossil fuels, and from these fossil fuels we get petrol, diesel, kerosene, paraffin, tar, wax, and these all are obtained from the crude oil that we get from the fossil fuels. In this way, we have studied the process as well as our duties. We have to increase the awareness among the people for reducing soil erosion as well as for increasing forestation.